Hello and welcome to Paloma TV. I'm sitting down to Carlisle. I've just lost 2-1 away to Exeter City in a defeat that has to go down on the head of John Mellish. What a stupid mistake he made today. Look, it was overall a very decent performance in the first half. We absolutely dominated them in the first half, and then John Mellish just makes a stupid decision, and you just, what are you doing? What is the need for that? He goes in two-footed when there was no need for it either. It wasn't like a dangerous position in their attack. It was like in the middle of the park, no threat. He just goes in two-footed. He loses the ball because he's got the touch of a fucking donkey, and he loses it and goes in two-footed again. He gets frustrated with himself, which he does a lot. Look, I mean, it's maybe 3 games off is probably a good thing for him. I think he hasn't played well, and maybe a break is what he needs, and he's forced a break upon himself. Um, but at the minute, we can't really afford to be losing players to suspensions because of the amount of injuries we've got. Clough, I don't think he's fully fit despite being on the bench. Joe Riley, Jack Armour went off injured. The injury list is starting to add up a bit now. Yes, we played well, but you see Oldham won today. We're back into the relegation zone. We're 2 points off safety now, and above Oldham, there's starting to be a bit of a gap now. A gap between us and like the top half of the league. We're coming into a very important period now. Christmas. We play a lot of the bottom sides in a row in a very, very tightly packed run of fixtures. So if we can get into it, just keep improving, get a decent run of forms, get a few wins over the Christmas period, and we're out of the relegation fight, I think. But at the minute, we're right in it, and crisis talks need to be happening with some like free agent strikers because we can't score to save our lives. We scored today, but it was just because it was a misunderstanding at the back from Exeter. I mean, great finish from Jordan Gibson because he's been the bright spark so far. Him and Joe Riley have been the two bright sparks this season, and he played well today. And I thought if we were going to get anything from the game, it would be through him. Um, Bit of a voice break there, but no. But seriously, it's not a great result. It's when Oldham are winning. If Oldham hadn't have won and they'd have lost like they were going to for quite a bit, it wouldn't be a bad result. But it is now, and we really, really need to go and get something against Harrogate now. It's at home. They're losing form a bit. I'm not going to judge them too much off this result because I feel like John Mellish is to blame, not anyone else in the squad. And he needs to take responsibility. I want to see him come out and apologise after this because it was stupid what he did. He got frustrated, like he always does, and there's no need for it sometimes with him because he does these things quite often. It's just only now he's getting sort of red carded for it. He's too aggressive and he loses his temper far too quickly. And maybe in the olden days of football you could get away with that, like Roy Keane or someone like that. But now, when you can get sent off for doing pretty much nothing, and the refs aren't as lenient with these sort of things, he can't afford to be this ill-tempered. And he spit him in the arse today. And even when he comes back from that 3 game suspension, I don't think he should be starting because we've got players. We've got Joe Riley, we've got Taylor Charters, Callum Guy, Danny Devine's coming into a bit of form, Zach Clough, all of who should be ahead of him in the pecking order after that today. Because even before that red card, he wasn't playing well, and he hasn't played well this season. Really, he's just got a bit of aggression in him, and that's what sets him apart. I think that's why he keeps getting played because he's got a little bit of aggression in him, and he's obviously got goals in him because he was our top goal scorer last season. But for now, he needs to be dropped, I think, and I think a rest would do him a world of good as well, because he needs to take a step back from it for a while. Yep. Apart from that, we went to a back five. It's the first time Keith Millen's really tried a back five, and I hope he never tries it again because it obviously didn't work. We were coping fine with a back four, and then he takes an attacker off and puts a defender on. And you think, what? Well, we've coped so far, and we're starting to build up our bit, even with 10 men. Why have you done that? I hope Keith Millen learns from that and thinks, well, it didn't work this time. It's not going to work again. I'm not going to go to a back five anymore because it doesn't work, and it didn't work against do you remember Hartlepool when Chris Beach was still in charge? That game we went with a back five and it was awful. We don't play well with a back five. This group of players doesn't work well with a back five, and I don't think they ever will. But it was just a stupid mistake that cost us today. And at this point in the season, we need to start picking up points. And it's them stupid moments are going to cost us. And if we get relegated now, you've got to look at results like this where John Mellish has got himself sent off and ruined the game for us. And you think the 100-odd folk that went down there today, they deserve to watch better than that. They really do. And I feel sorry for every one of you that went down there if you're listening to this. You are proper football fans, and you deserve to watch better than this. That's my message to you lot that went down. Speaking of going down, Scunthorpe got beat again today. That's one positive you could take because they were winning. But overall, we've still got that Christmas period to come, and I wouldn't start worrying too much about relegation until after that Christmas period, because that's when things start to form. That's when the table starts to look up, look like, wow, it's going to finish. So yeah, I'm going to leave it at that in a bit.